Welcome to episode 231 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed. Tim ain't here right now, so he's going to keep moving on.
I am the Eric J.
Only known as.
The Eric J.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K Diddy.
Take that. See, phone, trap phone acting up. Okay. Yeah, Tim's on daddy duty right now, so he might be joining us. He might not be, but we're just gonna keep carrying on without him. Sport fact of the week.
All right. Ken, I did see the one that you dropped, but I had one that I thought you would like a little bit more.
Okay, bet.
So December 20th, 2005, Kobe. Oh,
You
leave me out.
What?
His name redacted. Kobe Bryant outscored the Dallas Mavericks by himself through three quarters. Scored 62 points. After the game, he was asked why he chose not to play the fourth quarter. He said, "I'll do it when we really need it." And a month later, he scored 81. So
he did it when they needed it.
Yep.
Go.
The fact that he called it like, "Yo, I'm not gonna force nothing. I'm gonna do it when I need to do it." And I'm like, oh, okay.
They gotta be so frustrating, yo.
What is the other team?
Like he for real dropped like 60 on 62.
And that was a good Mavericks team too.
Mhm.
Like
going to the finals.
Yeah, I think that's the finals team. So like, it was a bad day to be a Dallas Mavericks fan. Now, we got to start the show. I got a question for y'all. Y'all know I normally had the little playlist. Can I get the aux cord, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Normally had a little playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are like holiday, Christmas. Y'all ain't trying to hear it.
Definitely ain't
There's
trying to hear
one
that.
playlist that's called Jingle Trap.
I don't know. We might get that again, dude.
How about this? I'll start with the Jingle Trap. And if we don't
As soon
like
as I
it,
start hearing some sleigh bells and ringing, turn that shit off.
the only reason I'm suggesting as such is today is our holiday episode. This is our Christmas episode. So if you're new here, what a holiday episode means is that it's a little bit more loose, a little bit more free flowing.
Loose.
Instead of me running point throughout the show, we go popcorn style. So without Tim here, we're gonna go in tech order still. So Eric, myself, then Ken, picking topics that we gonna discuss. So that being said, let's get into it with the Jingle Trap. Please don't be trash.
I didn't know if you were talking about me or the playlist. Because now that it's my turn, like I feel the pressure that Tim usually has.
Oh, going first?
Mm-hmm. Although I have like some good options. You know I like wallowing in misery, so we're gonna start with Jacksonville finally fired Urban Meyer.
Yeah, right. It was just bound to happen.
I didn't expect it to happen during the middle of the season, but I'm not mad at
They're
it.
just like, bro, you walling. Like, you doing too much, sir.
I ain't mad at it. He had to go.
Yeah, he definitely had to go.
His time was up.
And he kept doing shit. Like,
Yeah.
and you can't keep doing shit and not win. Like,
Yeah, you got one or the other, bro.
You got to be a winner to do stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, you was walling, sir. Like, walling.
like I don't have it at hand, but like after he got fired, like they showed like the timeline of the things that he had done up until this point. It's like he hired that strength and conditioning coach that already had like racist allegations against him that he had to fire after a day. Allegedly, he kicked somebody during preseason.
Allegedly.
The
The kicker at that. How you kick your kicker?
This how you kick, motherfucker. Let me show you how to kick a motherfucker.
Like what? Nah.
I'm a grown ass man. Don't beat your ass. Like, I'm sorry, coach or not, bro.
I'm saying,
Like, you getting your ass beat, bro. Coach or not.
I understand that like he has your job in his hand, so
Yeah,
like
but
you have
it's
to
a
be
respect
restrained.
thing,
But
bro.
like it's like if somebody kick me, like all bets are off.
Yeah,
like,
bro, I'm whooping your ass, bro.
And
I'm
everybody
not just gonna
see
be
it.
like, don't kick me. Like the fuck?
How dare you?
The audacity.
This motherfucker over here kicking me.
Oh
He
man.
did go tail on somebody else and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit wild. Bro.
Yeah.
He should have been got his ass beat. I'm sorry.
You know, he had the thing where he stayed behind in Ohio after they lost.
And they caught him up in the bar with a young little something that wasn't his wife.
With a tender. I remember was out here wilding.
He's sitting there. I don't want to call it grinding because
He was getting straddled.
Didn't they say he had his hand in her pants, like finger popping?
I think I remember distinctly you
Jesus
talking
Christ.
about finger popping.
Hey,
I
filthy
remember.
as a motherfucker, bro. In front of everybody.
Like in a bar, like
Just filth.
in a bar filled with COVID. You just
I'm trying to
barehanded.
enjoy my nachos.
You know he pulled it out and smelled it.
You already know he put his finger in his mouth and everything. You already know.
Okay.
That nigga filthy.
With his nachos. Okay.
But the last thing was that he lost the locker room. Like the fact
Yeah.
that Trevor Lawrence was like, "Yo, we gotta like." I understand that there's drama in the NFL, but like this seems like it's too much. And then he benched James Robinson and didn't
Yep.
want to take responsibility for benching him. It's like
That was stupid.
He
you
honestly.
can't treat.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say like one, you shouldn't treat anybody like that. But he thought he was still in college where he was, you know, the end all be all, and he
Yeah.
could just do whatever he wanted to. And it's like you can't do that with people that are paid millions of dollars that have their own agency. Like in college, you can be like, well,
This is my kingdom.
I'm a right. Like they can't just leave. You know what I mean? Like
No, they ain't got no option. And you the only one getting paid in that room. So the power dynamics are different. And
Exactly.
honestly, he started losing that locker room when the thing happened with the woman back in Ohio.
Mhm.
Because the way he handled that with his team, they were all like laughing at him. And
Right.
we don't care if he know we laughing.
Right.
Like, dang, yo, coach.
Fuck him.
Pretty much. That's all I heard. That's what I heard. I'll stay with football. We can go hit the NFC North and what happened there. I would do a playoff picture thing as well, but hey, there's Tuesday night football going on, and then Thursday night, and then Saturday, and then Sunday. So it's just football all over the place. But when it comes to the NFC North, I'm going out of order here. The Vikings defeated the Bears here. And I'm starting here because I did not watch this game. But what I heard was that the Bears got some ridiculous penalties called
Yeah.
on them.
That's ridiculous.
I wanted to know what happened there.
I'm definitely not gonna blame our loss on like the
The refs.
referees or anything like that. Definitely was our fault too, but a lot of them calls was ridiculous, yo.
That's what I kept hearing.
Justin Fields definitely needs to get better with holding on to the ball. He has 12 fumbles this season.
Yikes.
12.
12. He only played like
Exactly. That's a legit number. Yeah, he has 12 fumbles this year. And like 7. He only got like 4 touchdowns or some shit like that. But
Justin.
I don't know, dude. I've come to terms with like we trash.
Y'all
I
are
mean,
also
Like we
officially-
like right now, like we officially suck. Like for real.
4-10 will do that.
Yeah. So like we trash.
Y'all officially are eliminated from
Yeah.
playoff contention.
So
now.
we suck. Like my man said at the game, he said after further review, we suck. Yeah, man, it's rough, man. Nagy has to go for sure. I think that's a guaranteed. I actually wanted Brian Leftwich, but I believe it's rumors that he's going to Jacksonville, right?
I haven't heard that, but that
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that
somewhere.
earlier today.
I mean,
So
I could see it.
yeah, but I would love him as our new coach. Get a young black dude, change the culture. Nagy trash, so you got to
Nagy
get out
needed
of
to
there,
be
boss.
fired when y'all still had a chance at the playoffs, man.
Exactly. And then now we got Montgomery back. Like we can actually, just take this time for the rest of the season to get our offense together going into next year.
What's the word on Pace? Like, is his job secure? Or is he?
No, his job is
He
security.
should be gone.
But I think that I think he can stick around more than Nagy. Like Nagy for sure has to go.
like if you could only pick one to get fired, Nagy is the
Yeah,
one that
Nagy
you
for
like
sure
gotta
is the
go.
one. Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I can see that.
I
I can
mean,
see
Jim get fired. The coaches soon to follow, so
that.
it might just be another year. Didn't get rid of both of them.
Well, the Vikings got that win. Their playoff hopes are still technically alive.
Was that? Because I didn't see the game either. Who played on Thursday night?
Thursday night football was let me see.
Pittsburgh or somebody?
Pittsburgh and Buffalo, right?
Chargers Chiefs
Oh yeah, okay.
was
So then,
Thursday
was
night.
that
'Cause
last?
that was a great game.
So there was a week.
Saturday night was Colts Patriots.
Okay.
It's
We
too
had-
I was
much
on vacation,
There's
so
too
I
much
don't
football
know.
right now.
We had football on Thursday. That was Chiefs Chargers, and that game was cracking.
Okay.
That went to overtime. Then you had Saturday football,
Mhm.
Patriots versus Colts.
Okay.
Then you had the Sunday slate. And then you had a double Monday night header. And then we got football going on right now, a double header today. The Washington football team is playing. They ain't got no quarterback. So they just out here on a hope and a prayer. Speaking of hopes and prayers, the Lions. They smacked the Cardinals. Oh man, I wish
Now I know why
Tim was here. I wish Tim was here. I would look at Tim in his face and be like, any given Sunday, nigga. Any given Sunday,
You
things can
said
happen.
no wins. They out here. What got 3 now?
Two.
2?
Two and a tie.
Oh yeah. Okay, there.
And this win right here,
Yeah,
against
they was getting to it.
that's a win-win. Like that's a big win.
They
for
definitely was
Detroit.
getting to it.
Which again goes back to Eric's point we talked about last week with coaches being bad but not losing their locker room. And
Mhm.
Dan Campbell really do got that locker room. They love them some Dan Campbell. They play for that man.
Fired up.
But thank you, Detroit. Shout out to Detroit for that victory. We needed that here in Wisconsin. Appreciate y'all. We needed that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And thank you to the Saints too. Y'all did your job, man. We appreciate y'all. But who decided to do these beats?
Garbage.
Like I get it. Put a little bass behind it, but like and some bells. But
This is trash.
this ain't gonna last too much longer. So I try to be in the holiday spirit, y'all. I'm sorry. We're gonna end up going back to the normal playlist. So the Packers defeated the Ravens as well.
Pretty good, it did.
31-30 against a B team. The Ravens really, their defense was all I don't know who these people are at this point. The Packers clinched the NFC North with that victory. And as I alluded to,
Mhm.
Packers are also now the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Congratulations.
There were some people online saying that the Ravens were stupid for going for 2 at the end of the game. Did y'all disagree with that play call?
No, we saw how they were playing. It was either like, no, we might as well try to end it right now. And they should have gotten it, but you know,
I never begrudge anybody for being aggressive. Like I feel like so much of sports is playing not to lose instead of playing to win. Like
Yep.
yeah,
really, you just are delaying the inevitable in so many instances.
Mhm.
It's like just go for it. Like when you have a chance to win the game, like you feel like you have a good play call. What's his name? Tyler Huntley was balling.
Turned into
Like
Colin
yeah.
Kaepernick. I was out here like, oh my God.
he was torching y'all shit.
The second half, I was like, what is happening?
What was wrong with Lamar?
Ankle. He had hurt his
okay.
ankle last
Okay.
week.
previous game.
Okay.
Yeah, Huntley, the way he was playing on Sunday, he's gonna be somebody starting next year.
Someone gonna be trying to get him for sure. For sure.
Bears.
No, they gonna rock with Justin for another season or two. I guess.
Yeah, this ain't his fault at all.
Kind of.
I mean, them fumbles. Yeah, but we still he's running for his life every game. I get it.
He's not completely blameless, but
Yeah, I know he's frustrated. I just want to throw the fucking ball.
I mean, he don't got
Jesus
much time to be
Christ.
throwing nothing with that offensive line and how that's set up.
He's like,
free Allen Robinson.
this man get like for real. Like we wasting fucking. Like I said earlier in a few weeks ago, it's like we a fucking waste, bro. We wasted our defense, wasted fucking stars. How long did it take us to get a fucking receiver? Took us forever, bro, to even get a receiver. And then what we do, we get a top receiver and do shit.
It's kind of on him. He chose to go there, so that was free agency. You want to trade it?
That's your trash.
I always think back to Jimmy Graham.
Hessler was our number 1 for years.
I think about Jimmy Graham being like, I'm so happy to be in Chicago, a team with championship aspirations. And I said, oh, you really left Green Bay and wanted to say that about Chicago. Are you serious? I know you're trying to endear yourself to your new city, but lying is not the way to do it, sir. Let's not lie. Let's not lie. But one crazy thing about the Packers' victory, and Aaron Rodgers looked really good again.
Mhm.
It was safe for a couple throws.
Save for a couple throws. He had a couple misses, but the MVP race, he's back into the thick of it. Some people actually have him in pole position again over Tom Brady. There are others who are still saying Jonathan Taylor needs to be the guy, but really those are the three names I keep hearing at this point with the season winding down.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, Jonathan Taylor, Tom Brady. Those three. Who's your MVP this season?
Mine would be Jonathan Taylor.
Really? You going with the running back over
I'm going
the
to running back
quarterback?
over. I don't want to say we've seen this before, like out of Tom Brady and out of Aaron Rodgers being like the top. But what Taylor's doing is amazing. And then especially if they actually get into the playoffs too, like I feel like he definitely should be considered MVP.
I honestly don't watch enough football to be able to speak on this topic. But
then
I always do mine through the lens of who I fuck with. And Taylor went to school in Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
Rodgers has had his issues this year, and Tom Brady. So
yeah,
I'm rock with Jonathan Taylor too.
Now, like,
is your Marquette bias about the show?
no, I can't really have a bias against it. We ain't got no football team in Marquette, so Wisconsin football is what it is. Taylor's had an amazing season, and I definitely can understand why his name's being brought up, why people are saying he is the MVP. But I know how this goes. It's going to a quarterback.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So whichever one ends up with the number one seed.
So it's going to Brady or it's going to Rodgers. Brady has more yards this season. Aaron Rodgers has less interceptions. The rest of their numbers,
because Tom Brady in double digits right now.
Tom Brady, I believe, has thrown like 3 pick sixes this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If I heard the stat correctly, Aaron Rodgers has thrown 3 in his career.
Oh shit! I know that. I know this sounds crazy, but I realized this season, I was like, he doesn't throw interceptions.
No.
I was like, that's crazy.
Like I think he threw 2 against New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, this is abnormal. Like,
right.
And
they were bad interceptions too. Like sometimes it's just like they
Mhm.
fought for the ball and beat the receiver, but like you just threw it right to him, and so we were like, what the fuck is this?
Have y'all ever like for real sat and realized like how lucky y'all are as Packer fans for real?
Yes.
Is that y'all literally for 30 years had
Hall of Fame
quarterbacks? Like that's nuts. But how many Super Bowls do you guys have?
More than the Bears.
I was gonna say
exactly. So fuck, it doesn't
we
matter.
got twice as many wins as y'all got appearances. So
out of y'all, 30 years for y'all? How many we had a good quarterback? Maybe 5.
Who do you want to count?
And I'm counting Jay Cutler.
I was gonna say Jay Cutler was probably the best of the bunch.
Cordell did decent.
Who?
Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, he played decent here.
They had like a 13-3 year with him. Was that?
Yeah.
Was that it?
That was Cordell. Yeah.
It was funny in my Facebook memories. It was from a couple years ago, and it was like, "Hey, Packer fans, you need to log off tonight and just take this L. The Bears have won the NFC North.
The what? 2018?
I think it was 18.
Yeah.
And I was like, give them their credit this year, y'all. If you can't handle the jokes, get offline because y'all are acting real sensitive right now. When we lost 1 year and the Bears was on top. It was Bears fans on the side. It's like, thank you, man. Y'all fellow Packer fans out here tripping. I'm like, I see them tripping. I'm watching them trip. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh man, the good old days.
That's like Packers fans are proof positive that you can't nobody's ever satisfied.
No,
because
that's why I say Packer fans some of the worst fans for real.
Because even
they'll be undefeated and people still complaining about like, oh, this team is it's like
I 2 things. I saw Packer fans saying that Matt LaFleur is not a good coach.
How? That's ridiculous.
I saw one that said that he took over I think it was an ESPN post, and they're like, he's the fastest to win whatever. And they're like, well, that's easy to do when you take over a championship contender. And they're like,
y'all must have forgotten what the Packers looked like
the last couple years of McCarthy. Like, no, they missed the playoffs twice. Like
the Bears won the NFC North.
Hey, thank you, McCarthy.
Like they were, I just don't get it. Between that, I mean, even when Aaron was young, and then the low interception rate.
Mm-hmm.
Part of that's because he won't throw the ball if he thinks it's gonna get picked off, which is a complete opposite of how Brett Favre plays. Favre said, "Hey, I'm about to." It don't really matter.
It down there somewhere.
And there were some folks who appreciate that about Brett, where they're like, sometimes you gotta just let your guy try to make a play. If they don't, they do.
Gunslinging.
And I was always like, okay with how Aaron decides not to. Like I'm fine with that.
I've always given this comparison. Like when Favre cocked it back, I ain't know what the fuck was about to happen. Like I know if Aaron is launching it, like he sees something,
And someone's
like,
probably open.
Exactly.
Like it's a look. With Favre, it was a crapshoot. You didn't know what was about to happen.
Oh, man, Jay Cutler did that, and he wasn't nearly as good.
Mhm.
So I know how you fucking feel, but know that we know it was interception when he threw it off.
Like with Jay, it was just like I'm tired of holding this. I'm just gonna chuck it.
You be like, bro, what did you like?
man.
Who were you throwing to, sir?
Them was
They
some
just
good
walk
old
off the
days.
field like ain't shit happened.
He really didn't
pissed
care.
me
He
off,
really
dog.
didn't care. He'd be like, oh my
I was like, I know he can't walk around the city by himself. Somebody whooped his ass. Like, bro, I'm
he
sick
just
of your
really
shit.
don't care.
Mm.
He still don't care.
He got a face you want to punch anyway, though.
Mhm.
Yep. Those were the good old days. I miss yelling at the TV. Throw us the ball, Jay. You know you want to. And then the next play, it's an interception.
Jay Cutler is like the J.R. Smith, Nick Young of quarterbacks. Like,
J.R. Smith, Nick Young. Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He was our best quarterback.
Smoking Jay, he had the arm talent.
Yeah.
It was just he really didn't
Before he
care.
came to us, he had an MVP season.
But
When he was in Denver.
when
Yeah.
he was at Denver.
When he was in Denver, that was an MVP season. Well, he didn't win it, but he was in a
MVP college.
his
MVP
name, yeah,
conversation.
he was in the talks.
Yeah.
Considerations. But
I missed something.
Oh yeah, no, he didn't win no MVP, but he was in the talks.
Yeah.
those were some fun days. Ken, what we talking about next,
Oh,
buddy?
shit. I think I was going to talk about the NHL.
Okay, I mean, hey, COVID everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get to.
You ain't said nothing but a word.
Wait, before you do,
Mhm.
it actually reminds me, how was your trip?
It was enjoyable.
I hope so.
The
What is
I don't even know what you mean by that.
I know I'm saying it's vacation.
I'm gonna take it as different. No. No, like we didn't go for the game, but it was like once we decided we were going, like it made sense to go to the game. So it was a good bad game because nobody played for the Bucks, and they wound up going into overtime. So it was exciting from that standpoint.
Where was a lot of Pelican fans in the stands?
I don't know if a lot of Pelican fans exist. So no. Like I'll probably say like 75-25 was the split. Like Bucks fans versus Pelican fans.
$75.
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh,
I was about to say, Jesus.
I was saying, that many Bucks fans
sorry.
out there?
Maybe a little bit, like maybe 70-30, but like it was barely anybody there.
So yeah,
So
you
it
can
was
hear
like a
everybody.
handful, right? It was a handful of Bucks fans. That arena gives me such strong Bradley Center vibes.
The design of it or the attendance of it?
Both. Like the feeling of the games, like the feeling of
I
Bradley
remember
Center
how them games felt.
Mhm.
in a lost season for the Bucks, where it's just like this is something to do on a Friday night as opposed to we get to watch it. Yeah. So
I mean,
but it was cool. Like the seats were great. I'd actually regretted, although didn't regret, like buying my tickets as early as I did, because then once everybody got scratched, basically
tickets was cheap.
Yeah, they had like literally the row behind the Bucks bench for 170 a piece.
I mean, you can't really beat that.
Yeah, I wish I would have been like,
like literally, I could have reached out and tapped the Nasties on the back, like, "Hey, bro,
the
nasty." But you know what we want to talk about? The food.
Man, I owe Zion Williamson an apology because I also would gain a ton of weight if I lived in that city permanently, because that food is something else.
It's different down there.
Like it was to the point where my trip was basically finding things to do in between meals.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you get done eating, you like, yo, that shit was so fire, and I need to find somewhere else.
Yeah,
I need to try to eat everywhere I can eat while I'm down in this motherfucker.
Yeah. And I was telling Noman that the husband, and I was like,
the mayor.
I want to go back. I was like, the places I said was still fire is still fire. He was like, like,
yeah. Shout out to you for your recommendations, like redfish, fire.
Oh my god,
Char grill oysters, amazing.
I don't even
I
like
never had
oysters.
those
I don't
yet.
even like
I-
oysters,
Uh-huh.
but char grilled oysters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god!
And
It's
the ones
like,
at that place that you suggested, like they had like Parmesan and
and
garlic and butter.
And you watch, they put them
Mhm.
over the grill and they add the butter and the garlic and the Parmesan. Listen,
that do sound fine. Yeah. Okay.
Like I had them at that place and then I had them at a different place, and it was like it's okay. But the first place was like,
yeah.
this that shit.
That's what's up. I'm glad that you enjoyed your trip, man.
Like I'm not
I
gonna
know you.
put her business out here too much, but like Ashley had a grenade,
Them hand grenades ain't no joke.
took her out.
You took our shit.
Mm.
All right, now, boss. No.
And then I think she ain't really believe it. So then we went back on Saturday, took her out again. It was like,
No,
I gotta try again.
Did you have a
I
hand
gotta
grenade
redeem
when you
myself.
went down
No.
there? I don't know what they put in them,
Mhm.
but
roofies. Like,
It's-
by the looks of things. Shit.
I didn't even finish mine. I said, you know what? I'm trying to go somewhere else. I'm not gonna be able to do this here. And it was some place called like Big Ass Beers or something like that.
Mhm.
We just went in there because the name was
Big
funny.
If you get a big ass beer.
That's what. And they
Drunk as
literally
a
were like they were
motherfucker.
like these huge
And then they sell t-shirts.
because it's
Yeah,
funny like
big ass beer.
or huge. It was either big or huge. I forget which one, but
Drinking
I
shit
think it
off a
was
beer.
huge ass beer.
that made me laugh. I remember that distinct. Like, really? And some dude outside like, come on in, have a huge ass beer. And I'm like, I don't like beer, but okay.
Oh shit.
All right, I might as well. I'm here.
One thing I will say though is like I gotta like I said the Bradley Center vibes and the Smoothie King Center, but like just overall, like I got Milwaukee vibes from New Orleans. Like obviously
Interesting.
it's like Cajun flavor and it's a little bit more party centric.
Especially
but,
driving through the city.
yeah, like riding
Yeah.
around the city, it's just like
Mhm.
this feel like home. Like
Yeah.
it was like different pockets where it's like this feel like Brady, this feel like Bayview, this
Yeah.
feel like water, this feel like
Yeah, when we was down there with some dude hustling out by that Popeyes right before you get to the French Quarter, and he
Mhm.
was playing chess. He said, "If you beat me in chess, you can get this puppy."
I'm like, nigga, what?
And here I go. I was like, "No, go get the puppy." He's like, "Come here." What am I really? First of all, we probably gonna get jumped. 2nd of all,
how you gonna get the puppy back?
what we gonna do with the puppy if I do win? Then what? Hotel ain't gonna take no puppies. I was like, "We'll figure it out once you get the
Plane
puppy."
definitely won't without
Right.
the proper.
But yeah, that was
That's
wild.
funny.
But it was fun. Like I go with low expectations, but like you'll enjoy yourself in New Orleans. Like don't romanticize it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Did y'all do any
It
of
is
like the? It is very dirty. Did y'all do any of the like spooky tours?
It is.
Nah.
It's super dirty.
Especially driving to the French Quarter. You're like, what the fuck? No, they don't give a fuck about a huge section. That's like,
Even the
God
French
damn.
Quarter, you walk around
Yeah,
like,
you be like, what
mm.
the fuck? All right, dog.
Very strong urine smells.
The whole city smell like piss.
But the food good.
Right. I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad.
Hey, that's a
That's
fact.
They don't fucked up the Mississippi, but that's another.
It is so dirty. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We went down, I was like the mighty Mississippi, and I looked and I was like, hey, I don't know.
Ain't
if
shit mighty about that. That shit gets the sip.
Take a drink on that motherfucker. That'll be your last sip.
right. All right, Ken, you can go ahead and talk about the NHL.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about NHL. They're suspending games that require cross border travel until after Christmas break. So basically, they just start their Christmas break 2 days earlier,
Mhm.
and then the last games will be played actually today.
Yeah. So like they had 2 scheduled for today, and one was supposed to be on like ESPN Plus. So that was like their big.
Mhm.
It's kind of telling, but like that was like their big, TV matchup of the week, and they ended up having to cancel it because like too many players on both teams got COVID. So
COVID taking everybody out right now.
So if it's really bad right now, like in NBA and in
Everywhere.
NFL.
Yeah, this list that we have,
Mhm.
there's no way we listed all
Mm-mm.
these
Yeah.
people in the COVID protocol right now. Like, it's ridiculous.
But do you think that's something like what the NHL is doing? Do you think that will happen in NBA or
Adam
NFL?
Silver already said like they have no plans to suspend play. Like that's why they've made like we'll get to it, but that's why they made like the new signing exemptions, I guess you want to call it. Because like they're just like no, we're just gonna have to keep replacing players until they get back.
That's crazy. Yeah, some of the names I've seen getting picked up, I was like, shit.
Urson back.
Yeah, I was like, damn. Get that
But I
name
mean,
back.
I guess we kind of just
And then
morph the COVID
we can-
conversation together.
because I was gonna go to that next. But like even
Mhm.
with the NFL, like they're basically just saying like we're just gonna stop testing, like unless like somebody is like sick,
Mm.
and we're just gonna test them.
They pretty much are saying like, hey, if you don't feel bad,
You can play.
looking the other way.
It's just too much.
We trying to get through this season. But I did see in NHL isn't sending players to the Olympics, the Winter Olympics.
Mm.
Well, the last thing that I saw was that they were considering not sending them based on, like the COVID, how COVID is currently.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have to make that formal decision until January 10th, I believe.
Okay.
It ain't gonna get no better by January 10th.
It won't, and that's the thing. Like with all these leagues kind of going through it now, like this is only the beginning. Like they said that we're supposed to hit our peak, like as a society, like mid January, maybe late January. So, New Year's, Christmas, everything coming up, like
because people about to be gathering, and
I'm not care.
I mean, just I'm Omicron. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Omicron.
But
I
we say
still say
Omarion
Omarion.
and shit.
There you
No,
go.
like ignorant.
Touch.
it's touching everybody. That's the show.
Like that's apparently more contagious. Like the Adam Silver was on NBA today.
I got the clip.
Okay.
We can go right to it because again, the NBA really doesn't have any plans to pause their season. The rule that Eric mentioned, as soon as I heard them say, like, if you have 2 players on the COVID list, we require you to sign 1 player. If you got 3, we require you to sign 2. If you got 4, sign 3. I was like, oh, y'all requiring? Oh, yeah, y'all ain't stopping for nothing. So it's about a 3.5-minute clip. Commissioner Adam Silver jumped on to NBA Today to talk about COVID in the league, especially as Christmas Day is coming. Like, Christmas is the NBA's day.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on there for a while. The conversation in total is about 12 minutes or so. I'll just play the first part where Silver talks about there being no plans to cancel the season.
Probably have noticed that I am not in studio. I have been in close contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19. So I am vaccinated. I am boosted. I am currently testing negative, but out of an abundance of caution, I am going to be social distancing from my colleagues and continue to test. But this is something that we're seeing around the world. There are cases that continue to pop up, especially with the new variant, and the NBA is no exception. So joining me now to talk a little bit more about that is NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Commissioner, thank you so much for joining me.
Hi, Malika, and I hope you're okay.
I hope I'm okay too. I really appreciate the thoughts, but let's just jump right in. I mentioned that we're seeing a spike in COVID-19 cases around the world, but we're also seeing it in the NBA with upwards of 80 players testing into the COVID protocols with Christmas Day rapidly approaching. So are there any plans right now to stop or pause the season to allow for the spread to slow?
No plans right now to pause the season. We've, of course, looked at all the options. But frankly, we're having trouble coming up with what the logic would be behind pausing right now. As we look through these cases, literally ripping through the country right now, putting aside the rest of the world, I think we're finding ourselves where we sort of knew we were going to get to for the past several months, and that is that this virus will not be eradicated, and we're going to have to learn to live with it. And I think that's what we're experiencing in the league right now.
Well, so to be clear, with Christmas Day approaching, there are no plans to pause or delay those games, but are there any contingency plans that are being put into place now?
We need to talk for a few hours to talk about the contingencies. So, yes, I mean, I would say beginning from the day we initially shut down the league, in March of 2020, we've done nothing but look at contingencies. So, of course, we always have those, but at least as of now, our plan is to move forward, not just for the Christmas Day games, but there are another roughly 23 games scheduled between now and Christmas. And, every day is a new day. We get the overnight testing. We look where we are in terms of our rosters and make our decisions. But at least, as I said, it seems for us that the right and responsible thing to do, taking all the factors into consideration, is to continue to play.
So, right and responsible thing to do. Why is it?
Oh, I'm glad hold on. Here we go.
Delay in waiting to test players every day until after Christmas, and not starting that more immediately to stop that spread.
Well, it's only that we're shifting to a different protocol post-Christmas, and that plan had been in place for several weeks. I mean, I think same with the rest of the country. I think I recently heard something like a third of the country travels for the holiday break, that when you have additional travel, when you have families getting together, it requires us upping our testing beyond the already enormous amount of testing we're doing. So that's what will be beginning post-Christmas. But right now, I mean, I'd say we're doing an enormous amount of testing. I think it's doubtful there are many organizations, frankly, anywhere that do more testing than we in the other leagues do.
He just did like what Dave Chappelle did on that one skit where he just like mushed the girl face out the way.
Right.
Like he sidestepped the hell out of that question.
Yeah, so I mean, there you have it from Adam Silver's mouth. Doesn't make sense to to pause anything.
What do you mean?
Dollars or
pause?
cents.
That's exactly it. Don't make dollars or cents. So basketball will continue on. There are going to continue to be some names you might have forgotten about getting signed. I mean, Lance Stevenson did get picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Hawks.
All right. IT went to the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Had almost 20 of them.
Yeah, almost 20. Balling.
Came out to be the bucket that he is.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
fine.
forget that he only 32.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, he's one of the young guys on the Lakers now.
Yeah. He is though. That nigga the young Tinder.
All right. So the Christmas Day games are gonna be.
The G League, so okay.
It's gonna be not. I'm glad I didn't buy no tickets to see the Bucks on Christmas.
They might get him for the dirt now.
Yeah, you actually might. I do have tickets to tomorrow's game against the Rockets. Don't know how I feel about going to that game. I did not realize that there is no mask mandate at Fiserv. So I
Definitely raw dog.
Protect yourself.
Yeah,
That's
they're
all you
definitely
can do.
raw dog in there.
glad I'm boosted. But as we have seen,
That don't mean
that doesn't mean
Mhm.
as much as it did before this particular variant came. Although this variant isn't, I believe it's as severe. It's just
Mhm.
more contagious. This was breaking through everything. It's all these breakthrough cases and so
And-
wild time.
Thankfully for the NBA and presumably the other leagues too, like it seems like there are a lot more asymptomatic cases like this time around because so many people are
Vaccination.
boosted and vaxxed. So I do think that we're getting to the point where they're just kind of gonna let go of the rope, and it's just like
Mhm.
if you're sick, stay home. If you can play. Like we've done what we can to protect you, and but it's like any other virus at this point. So
Yeah, COVID is it's just here.
Mhm.
I saw someone say we should start calling it COVID 22 because clearly it ain't just it ain't stopping 19. It's just gonna keep rolling along with us as we continue going on.
I was thinking about, because I just watched this documentary about COVID, and it made me go back to like when we first heard about COVID, and like we seen it overseas. You were like, "No, fuck!" Like you-
they shutting down cities.
yeah, you like that shit.
Like, we
just
couldn't believe we were
yeah,
like,
like that is crazy. Like what? That had never happened. Then like what? weeks later, we in the same shit. Like yo, what the fuck is happening right now?
I will not forget that because I remember distinctly we had one of our best episodes. Like we were hitting like a different stride with the podcast,
Mhm.
and then COVID came,
Man.
and then we was like, "Yo,
On what?
I guess we gonna call each other."
This shit.
Just use FaceTime audio. We was using that, and then we was like, this ain't gonna work.
It was struggle bus, yo. It was definitely a struggle.
Then sport shut down, and we kept going
You
somehow.
pivoted though, got it,
We kept going
Tech
somehow.
File Cinema was fun.
It was fun. Out of necessity too.
We
but
thought it was gonna be like 2 weeks. Oh, Lord.
I
Oh,
swear,
what? A year
swear.
in. Well, man.
Shit, damn near 2 at this point.
Yeah.
Let's work on the 13th. I remember that we left early
Mhm.
to go to the grocery store and get ready. I'm like, let me stock up on some food because we're gonna be here for a couple weeks and this and this and
He was
that.
hoarding toilet paper.
Oh my
That was just the
goodness.
craziest shit, bro.
And we
Like you literally couldn't find
toilet paper.
nan row of toilet paper nowhere, bro. Not a single row, bro.
we was good.
It was wild times.
Yeah,
Life has been kicking everybody ass, bro. If you really think about it, like it's been rough as shit for a good 2-3 years right now.
I just think about what we've lived through, just our age.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'd have been through plenty of shit, dude. we got hella stories to tell our grandkids.
kids gonna be reading their history books and coming like, so what happened back in 2001 with the trade? Can you tell us? I'm doing a report on the World Trade Center. Can you tell me more
Man.
about that day since
Still
you were
remember where I
alive?
was from there. And, yeah, life's been crazy, man. We getting old.
Yeah,
We done seen some things.
Oh, congratulations to us, 10 years college graduate.
yeah.
Hey,
That was a real sports
I
actually.
felt some kind of way seeing that I graduated 10 years ago. From
Felt like yesterday.
undergrad. Man. I think I'm just throwing this out there. Don't know how I drank as much alcohol as I did.
Oh yeah, you.
During those years.
Man,
Because I used
I
to.
partied so hard. I don't remember 2 or 3 years of my life. No bullshit.
They just blanked.
Everything like meshed together, or is just like I remember pieces. Like that's how fucked up I was. I was everything. I was just out here living life for real.
On that Gucci and Drake before it
Man.
was even a thing.
Wow.
No, I meant like taking 5 shots before we went out. How?
Pre-gaming.
How? How's
Pre-gaming.
that a
Heavy.
pregame?
Heavy.
That's an end game now.
You can nigga, how you stumbling going to the bar?
It's still drinking. Not throwing up.
Not
just
eating nothing.
eating after
Yeah, after you done drank. Yourself damn near to death.
at my Fishers. Like, what? Why am I even here?
Exactly.
Why am I
Ordering
here?
everything.
George Webb just. Oh boy! All right.
Fun times.
I had I saw a status like in my memories today. It was like, I got my Defining Moments package. I'm out the game. See you later, Jordan Brand. I'm like, man, I was lying like shit. Because it was like 2008. I'm like, man, 13 years later.
Stop the cap, sir.
Stop the cap.
These are capping.
The lies we tell ourselves.
Exactly.
So
That's
many
like all
young
y'all,
lives.
like after, I ain't never drinking again.
Oh, so many times.
That's cap, Your Honor.
So many times. Oh my goodness. I ain't. Oh, you be sitting there struggling. I'm never drinking again. Just let me get
Shit.
through this night.
Drinking hours later once you come to.
Because the hangover didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
When you were young and drinking, it's like you would drink, you would feel bad. But then like you wake up and you'd be like, all right, let's
I'm ready to go.
get something to eat and talk about what I don't remember from last night.
I
Now,
was a dancing nigga in the club, all types of shit, bro. Wildin'.
I'm telling you, I have a book idea, and we need to get this together. Is the concept, and Tech File listeners, y'all let me know if this is a good book concept.
Don't
It's
give
cool.
away $1 million ideas for free.
They can't. No one else can do it because we got the sauce and Tim and Kim right here.
Gotcha.
It's a book
So,
based on stories and experiences that they went through,
man.
but also kind of fictionalizing it by making
Oh,
them
hell yeah.
friends growing up, so that they're in
Dude,
each other's stories.
Me and Tim just had this conversation. I was like, bro, I swear I wish I met him sooner.
So
and I
y'all
was
could have been
like,
in jail together or something.
We did it. I was like, no, we would have been in plenty of shit, dude. Yeah, we
Like,
damn near
I'm
would've
telling
been.
you, it's
Yeah.
Y'all have heard some of the stories on this podcast.
Yeah.
And those are the only one, like those are the ones that are okay.
Exactly,
To
that's
say
not
on the
incriminating.
podcast.
Yeah,
Right.
they're the only ones not incriminating.
So we do the book and we're fictionalizing
Oh, yeah.
some of the stuff. No
Names
one
have
will know.
been changed to protect the innocent.
Right.
Oh,
no
yeah.
one will know what's real. No one will know what we're making
Oh,
up.
yeah, we definitely need to get that.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I got an author in mind too.
Oh, no, we're going to be millionaires. Let's get that going. Let's get that.
All right. So, is there anything else COVID related that you wanted? Did we want to go through all these names of people?
No, definitely not.
Yeah, no, like my whole thing has just been like, man, they like NBA is doing all that they can to get to Christmas Day. Obviously, like now with the new signings and stuff, it's like
Mhm.
they're just gonna push through regardless. But it's like this was the worst time for them because like Christmas is their moneymaker,
Mhm.
and this is their introduction to like the general public.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, our season is officially starting now. Like now that's completely out the window. So it's interesting to see like if teams going forward have a competitive advantage that are like going through it now where like all their players are basically in health and safety, because like there is a period where after you have COVID, like they won't test you. So even if you get it again, like you won't be knocked out for it. So I do wonder, like, with the Nets, like once they get their people back, are they just going to go on a run because like they're healthy and everybody else is now hitting, the points that they're at
the
now.
craziest thing with that, I mean, they said Kyrie was coming back.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Kyrie's back, part-time player back.
Mhm.
Went straight to the health and safety protocol list.
Right there.
As expected.
It's just a lot going
He
on.
came back and was like, oops. I thought I was ready. My bad shit.
It's just a lot going on right now. I'm happy to see Kyrie play basketball again, though.
Yeah,
I am looking forward to that. I'm just glancing over the COVID stuff before I delete this out.
How is this part-time shit gonna work though? Like
Just on the road.
Yeah, I mean,
But how you get like rhythm or like how he get in a groove or I don't know.
The road game is gonna be his practice, I guess. They're gonna have to just trust it. They just gonna have to be like
but I trust that he already,
that he's been
he's
doing what he's
prepared.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they did say that he was gonna have a long ramp-up period. Like I don't know how long it is, but like he even coming back, like he had to test negative 5 times. So once he's out like once COVID's out of his system, I guess, like then he'll still have to test negative for 5 days and then start like his conditioning and then start practicing with him and then come back to game. So
He got a little time
Yeah,
before he back on the
Jesus.
court.
like this wasn't like, regardless of like what the timing looks like this wasn't like everybody else is out, so we need to bring Kyrie back right away. Like they knew that it was gonna be a process.
And they were like, probably like, hey, we gonna need Kai. We gonna need Kai.
Yeah, because James Harden ain't hardening.
No, he's not. He is not. And Dame hasn't been Damon either.
Nope.
Brad Beal's been struggling.
At what point do you start to worry?
Now.
Yeah.
Because
all of them are over 30, right? Or Beal has to be like pushing 30.
let's see.
Yeah. Bill probably right
He
at
isn't
30.
there not.
Yeah.
So it's like, some people age quickly after a certain point. So
Bradley's 28.
Okay. He there.
he should be in his prime. So I don't know. Like I haven't watched enough Wizards to know if it's if he looks different or if it's just like he's shooting worse. Because if it's just a slump, like I feel like he's more likely to bounce back. But I know Dame and Harden just don't look the same.
They don't. I think that ab injury is still lingering with Dame, and he's just trying to like kind of play through it a little bit, and he just don't look right.
And Harden has the hamstring thing, so again, 5 times undefeated.
It is,
Yeah.
and playing through injuries ain't gonna help.
Not at all.
So I'm gonna just go ahead and hit NBA injuries since we are here.
Data Davis.
Anthony Davis sprained MCL. He'll be reevaluated in 4 weeks. I do want to say it's ironic. We just got done discussing Anthony Davis' health and whatnot last week, but I want to just say this wasn't his fault.
Yeah, no.
This was a freak accident. Like
Caused by.
LeBron just pushed somebody into Anthony Davis's legs.
So like, I felt like this felt familiar. So like when
hold on a second.
Wait.
I'm gonna say a push.
I have a question for.
It was a push.
I have a question for Lakers fan. So like when Bynum like broke his kneecap, didn't Kobe like cause that fall? Okay, I was like, this feels familiar.
Yeah, Kobe did. He should have got up there. You can't blame Kobe for that shit.
I mean, I'm not blaming. I'm
yeah,
just saying,
I'm saying like
I
it
thought
was
he
his
was
fault.
involved.
You should have moved, nigga. It's Kobe. Fuck you mean? You do? How dare we blame something on Kobe?
This is quick. I saw a clip from Lakers Kings game, and Kobe was at the end of a quarter, and Kobe had the ball, and literally all 5 Kings players were holding Kobe, and he still threw the shot up.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Kobe.
Let's go.
Yeah. Go.
So do kids say Steph or Curry like when they shoot now?
I think they do say Curry. Oh shit!
I don't know if they say anything. They might just shoot and be like,
everybody shoots.
I mean, these days do they even have paper like
to do? Yeah, they probably got like the NFTs or some basketball. They just throwing
NFT
digital
basketball.
basketballs around or something. I don't know. Hard to say.
I don't know. This is a different generation too, man.
Because saying Curry don't feel like,
I don't know. Maybe you don't feel like that because of us. Because we so used to Kobe just sound right to us.
I mean, it was Jordan before Kobe.
Yeah, niggas saying bone.
if you're from Milwaukee, you were saying bone.
J-Ball.
I think for me, I think why it's hard for me to equate the Curry with shooting the fake paper into the trash can basketball situation is because like Jordan and Kobe were mid-range dudes. So a lot of times when I was sitting there playing around throwing paper into the trash can, pretending I'm one of them, it was off of like what I would assume to be a mid-range, like a more of a mid-range type of move. Like, but I don't know. Like that's just me. Like that's just how I think of Steph, the all-time 3-point, NBA leader, and I think threes.
Curry.
Like I'm not, like if I'm playing 2K and I'm shooting a long three, I might be
Curry,
like Steph Curry range or something like that. But
So is it DeRozan?
DeRozan.
that man.
Hey.
Has he missed a mid-range shot this year?
Shit. It don't look like it. Every time I see him, he would score and shit.
Actually, so it was like I believe two of the best mid-range players in the league are actually it wasn't DeRozan. He was actually like in the middle of players who shot at least 80 mid-range shots, but it's LaMarcus Aldridge and Kevin Durant. Like they at the top.
That's what I thought.
I think Seth was first. Seth Curry.
Yeah, Seth Curry was up there, but Steph Curry wasn't on there. And people
right because he don't shoot from the mid-range.
Right, he didn't hit that arbitrary mark at 80 for that particular stat running. But all right, where were we? Okay, yeah, injuries. Anthony Davis out 4 weeks. We will be reevaluated in 4 weeks. Anthony Davis did say that he's in good spirits. His wife has helped keep him grounded.
He married?
Yeah, he got married last year. Yeah, the end of last year. Yep.
He credited her with helping him like mentally, where I'm not in a bad mental space about this injury. Because his wife was kind of like, everything happens for a reason. It wasn't your body that gave out. Like, it was an accident that happened to you. So, hey.
Like, LeBron just like, don't look over here.
LeBron pushed that man and then was like, what you mean offensive foul? I'm like, you pushed him. And Anthony Davis is on the ground just like,
oh. No, not again. Fuck.
Because I was we were traveling back from the Pelicans game, so like I didn't see it live, and then they showed like a replay of like him collapsing in the tunnel. I was like, what happened to him?
Yeah, he said I couldn't even want him. I couldn't walk no more. I just fell.
Like I thought he was just being dramatic again.
We find out he wasn't. Zion Williamson received a biologic injection to his injured foot to aid in healing the bone.
He got the Jack's foot now.
He's going to be reevaluated in 4 to 6 weeks.
He ain't playing this year.
No.
That sucks.
I still think they should trade him, but hey. Because the thing, like, I know they won't because, you don't want to be the team that traded Zion Williamson for nothing and then, like,
he becomes what he's supposed to. Yeah, what he's supposed to become.
So basically, like, if you trade him, you're betting against him ever getting healthy.
Yeah, you're cutting your losses early. And also, I mean, trade value, people going to try to get him for 5 cents on the dollar because they're going to be like, he ain't playing. What you talking about?
And that was always my thing. It's like, if you can get, like, the monster, like,
deal for him,
Godfather offer, like, take it.
Shoot.
Although I don't know if that exists because,
like,
you already have everybody's draft picks.
What more do you want?
Unless it's, like, Luka or Ja, like.
I feel bad for Ja. This isn't on here, but did y'all see
people telling him that he should sit back down?
He finally came back from injury.
That's correct.
From the COVID list. They didn't win the game. And there were fans that he heard courtside pretty much saying, like, you should go sit back out. Like, we was playing better without you. In Memphis.
Like, he for real, like
he was
sick
hurt.
about it.
He was
like, he
hurt.
off of social media now.
Like, you can see him in his press
Like,
conference.
he said, I'm not going to be on social media no more. Like, he's sick.
His feelings were actually hurt. And what made me even more mad was that there were people who saw his response and were like, he's soft, toughen up. I'm like, he plays basketball. Like, basketball for him is his escape. Basketball for him is like life. When you hoop for a living, like, this is what you love to do. And he's probably already in his head. Well, he did say he was already in his head because of his knee itself. Like, I'm thinking, like, can I cut right? Am I good here? He's like, and then to have on top of that, I can ignore social media, but when I'm running up and down the court, and hearing people who were chanting MVP,
what, weeks ago, exactly,
saying we better without you. He's like, yeah,
and more likely he probably was thinking that anyway, because like they did take the fuck off like when he was hurt, and like their defense went from like the worst in the league to I think they have like the best defense during that period that he was out. So it's like he probably is already like, damn, like I think Dante said this. Like other people that have been injured, they're like, I'm not rooting against my teammates, but it feels a certain way. Like when you go out and they're
They take
either
off.
playing better or like they keep winning because it's like you don't feel as needed as
Mm-hmm.
you otherwise would. So like I get it, and that sucks. Although I will say, like people were during their win streak, they were like, "Man, what happened with the Grizzlies defense?" I'm like, "They're missing child."
That's
Yeah.
not his strong suit. He
No.
tries.
Yeah.
He tries. He moves his feet. He tries to give the effort, but
I'm here to score.
Like
yeah,
You know what he did it for.
yeah.
Put the ball in the ball. Put the ball in the
Put the ball in the ball.
Put the ball in the ball.
hey yo,
What you want to tell Joe Byron? Sup, baby? Now that's a TikTok I would do. That's a TikTok I would do.
No, the nigga in the van was like, fuck your life. I was like, God. I was like, bro, they out here wilding, dog.
And some good injury news. Klay Thompson is expected to make his season debut after Christmas. So Steph is almost back. Or not Steph. Klay's almost back. And
It'll be good to see him back.
It's been funny. Draymond was joking with him like, hey, this ain't the same NBA. You left, buddy. You coming back as a stretch four. I don't know what you thought. The NBA done changed in 2 years. But it'll be good to see Klay back.
To see like what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. It'll be crazy to just come back just lights out. God damn.
You know how I feel about Klay. I hope he do. I hope he do. All right. So is it my turn still? No, I did the injuries. Ken.
Sorry. Jackson State, man. Got to give a shout out to Jackson State. They got the second overall prospect, Travis Hunter. He's signing to Jackson State, man.
Ooh, with some mad
Dog, in their chest. Talking about Dion out there paying them all types of stuff.
It's legal now.
that part, but also like when y'all be taking players and whatnot, it's all fun and games. But the moment a black player decides, you know what, actually I want to go to HBCU. I'm going to Jackson State. They got a good football program over there. I'm trying to go down there.
They was like, what?
Now I will say this: like Dion, you better not be jumping ship next year,
right?
Like, if you get this kid to commit,
yeah, then also
to this
that's
school,
a fact.
Like
Jackson State, like one of the hottest. Like,
mm-hmm.
I still need my brother to get me a Jackson State. It's been a couple years now. I'm trying to figure out how I get my gear. My brother go there. I'm trying to get my hoodie, fam. But no, I'm happy to see it. I like to see it. Eric.
Yeah. So Georgia Southern defeated Carver College 133-15.
Wait,
How's
what?
that even possible? What?
Georgia Southern University defeated Carver College 133-15.
That's crazy.
So this actually happened on December 13th. I had it for last week and forgot to put it in. But the 118-point victory is the second largest margin in D1 women's basketball history. So Rachel Johnson, no relation, scored 18 points.
That's my cousin.
And Constance Thomas had 17. Both came off the bench with those totals to lead Georgia Southern. No Georgia Southern starter played more than 15 minutes, and 8 players scored in double figures.
Man, everybody was cooking.
Jesus.
So again, like as of December 15th or whenever this happened, Georgia Southern has scored 254 combined points in their last 2 games. And Monday's performance broke its single game scoring record, which was set on Saturday in a 121 to. That's not the score.
I can't believe they won a game 15-133, and the Carver Cougars didn't score at all in the second quarter. Can you imagine? You didn't score a bucket a whole quarter.
Like, it's like at that point, it's like, what are we doing here?
They said it's like a black Bible college. So like these, this.
Oh, so just because they praise the Lord, they don't know how to hoop. You don't think God will bless them with hooping ability?
They not there for the hooping. They there for the Jesus.
They're there for Jesus, not hooping.
They scored 5 points in the first
should have
quarter.
did a prayer circle after that first quarter.
Nothing in the second quarter. 4 points in the third and 6 in the fourth. Wow.
They
went on a run.
Why, God? Why?
Why have you forsaken?
Why have
thou
forsaken me? What have I done to deserve such travesty?
I cannot, but that's if I was on the other team, I'd be sitting there like, no, can we go home? Because clearly,
Yeah, I was like, why are we here? Like, no, not gonna
Clearly,
take this thrashing. I'm fine. I'm out of here. Fuck this. Hey, go to a Bible school, got me cussing during the game and shit.
that's the kind of loss where you don't even be mad. You just get dejected. Like you just sit there and
You
just
get
be
defeated
like,
multiple
wow.
times.
That's the first game your family that came to and shit. Or your girl coming like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be cooking these niggas out here.
Mm-mm.
Y'all get blew out like that. She's like, baby, I don't know what to say.
That had me curious. Like, if you put, like prime LeBron on like a Bible college team, like, could he beat like a high D1 team? Like, if you have like literally the greatest basketball, like how bad do the teammates have to be to where like the greatest basketball player of all time, arguably, couldn't like drag them to a win?
Well,
when he's really trying.
I mean, he get a couple wins.
He did it in Space Jam.
I mean, I'm not saying that Pat Baldwin is LeBron or anything like that, but that situation AWM where it's like he's clearly up here and everyone else is just they here. It's not going well. It's not going well. But if you up the talent level of that top guy, of course there'll be some games they win because UWM they've won some games. But it's just rough on whoever your superstar is, have to drag all these other people. Like, I'm not
like I was excited
this.
for him to go there, and same thing with this kid for Jackson State. It's like I'm excited for them to go there because it gives these other programs like a little bit of shine and like hopefully makes them more successful. But at the same time, it's like for your own individual best interest, like you might be better served going to, like these high major schools that are recruiting you, because it's like HBCUs, like that's a different thing because it's about like their funding and like they can't pump
and
the
Jackson
money
State just won, so they only lost I think one game
twice because they lost their
yeah.
But I mean, like, yeah, they competed against like the SWAC, but like if you're like looking for your NFL prospects or your NBA prospects, like going against higher competition makes you better. And then like there aren't the questions when you get to the draft. It's like, okay, well, he averaged 30 points a game, but it was in the Horizon League, so
what does that translate
what are we
to?
looking at here? You know what I mean? Like, so I get it, but it's
yeah, it's tough at the same time. Okay, whose turn was it?
Yeah, I did Georgia Southern, so
it's me. Okay, Georgia Southern talked about. So this ain't on here. And I'm gonna just throw it at y'all.
Hell.
Let me give a bit.
You enjoying this jazzy Christmas music?
Hey, on what? This right here. This might be it.
I saw this post from Sports Illustrated, and it just said greatest tight end ever. Who you got? When you mentioned playing competition, I thought about Shannon Sharp since he went to Alcorn?
State.
Yeah, Savannah State. So I was like,
why do I know that?
Shannon
Sharp won all. I mean, but the question is,
I know, but like I can't remember like what I had for lunch yesterday. But
greatest tight end of all time. Sports Illustrated put 5 names up here.
I already know mine.
I do too.
Antonio Gates,
Nope.
Tony Gonzalez,
Nope.
Rob Gronkowski,
Yep.
Travis Kelce,
Nope.
Shannon Sharp,
Nope.
So y'all just said it's Big Rob.
It's Rob.
He's still out here doing it.
I've never quite seen someone like Gronk. Not to say anything with the other 4 because clearly they're all legends. I love me some Antonio Gates.
Yeah.
I respect Travis Kelce and what he's doing.
And
Shannon Sharp was that dude, especially given his draft position and what he had to do to get into the position that he got into. But Gronk is different.
Yeah.
Gronk is almost like a wide receiver that just happens to be 6'6".
Like the thing is, like even if Gronk didn't have like the receiving, like as if he wasn't as great a receiver, like he's still like a great tight end, like for what you need from the position. So like the fact that he was also like the greatest pass catching receiver at the tight end position, on top of being like a great blocker and like a possession guy, like the fact that he was like a big play threat, like on top of all that you normally want to get from a tight end, like I don't know. It would be like if you had like a point guard. It would be like if Chris Paul, like your prototypical point guard, was also Steph Curry, like with the shot, and 6'6". Like it's just like you can't ask for more from that position.
Mm-hmm.
That man Tony. You know what?
Tony was great.
I'm actually looking at Tony Gonzalez's stats.
No,
I might.
Tony is
Especially like if you
number
adjust
2.
like the passing, how much passing was done when Tony was playing versus how much.
You know what?
Now.
I'm actually going to change it to Tony Gonzalez. I'm
Okay.
gonna actually.
That's my number 2.
Here's what I'm gonna knock Gronk for, and that's availability.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So I'm gonna knock Gronk for
Okay.
the availability, and I'm gonna go with Tony because after
I can give you
looking
that.
at like 270 games, 1,325 catches, 15,127 yards, 111 touchdowns. Like,
What up, niggas?
What up, nigga?
Hey Tim, who the greatest tight end of all time, fam?
Serena Williams.
All time?
Knock your ass at the position.
Tight end, greatest tight end. Shannon Sharp, Travis Kelce, Rob Gronkowski, Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates.
You gotta put Tony up there. Travis is sneaking into that conversation. Rob is up there because his trophies.
Did you run here?
Huh?
Did you run here?
No. I walked a long distance. It was cold too. I started breathing heavy. Shit. I've always been a fan of Tony Gonzalez though.
That's what I was just saying. At first, I was going Gronk, and I was like, you know what? Actually, I got to go with Tony.
No, Tony was
Tony.
how Kelsey is now, the same athleticism and everything. Pretty much Tony Gonzalez was the first Kelsey.
Yeah.
Because like Shannon Sharp was big, he could block, he could move and groove and shit like that, but he was big. Shannon was big as hell. But consistently throughout the entirety of their career, Tony went out. Tony went out.
Tony
after
was
doing
consistent.
this, so
We said Gronk.
I changed my literally as you was walking, probably running, whatever you was doing, and get up into the building. I was like, you know what? Actually, I'm going with Tony. So 2-2, big Tony. All right.
Big Tony.
but Gronk is
Yeah.
Gronk's
No,
right
Gronk is like talent. Like just what Gronk can do is ridiculous.
And Gronk benefited from having the best quarterback on that. Well, I mean, John Elway,
Mm-hmm.
Pat Mahomes. Still, it's Brady. Like so.
I mean Tony didn't have Mahomes or
He had Trent Green. What the fuck you mean?
okay. I used to fuck with Trent Green. I used to fuck with them Kansas City teams. But
That don't surprise me. Ken,
hell yeah.
what we on next, sir? Hey, I like this little lo-fi Christmas. I should went to this first instead of the trap one.
Yeah, this one here.
Lo-fi Christmas where
This
it's
one
at.
hidden. The Jazz hired Danny Ainge to oversee their basketball ops. How you say his name? Justin, what is it?
Zanuck.
Zanuck?
Mhm.
Will remain as the GM.
That's the old
Bucks,
Bucks
yeah.
assistant GM, huh?
And
He
he
got
left.
passed up for the job.
He left here because Horst got hired in Milwaukee. He was like, "Absolutely, how dare y'all? I was
Right,
next
'cause
up."
He thought he was next.
Well, he was
He
hired
was. That's what-
explicitly to be like the general manager in waiting. So the fact that he didn't just get automatically elevated
I feel you.
with Hammond left.
There was promises
Mhm.
that were not fulfilled. I gotta go.
Well,
You
Tim,
got it pulled up.
it ain't much left. We
What y'all got? Let
we
me
hit
see
most of the stuff. Actually, we have the COVID signings here. I don't know if we should delete that out or not because we kind of talked about a few of them, but we didn't hit all of them.
Okay, we can do it real quick. While he's
I would say, speaking of hidden, y'all already talked about Jake Paul.
no,
Talked
that
about
wasn't on there.
We put that nigga on here.
You can go ahead.
So Jake Paul. This
And we
past
talked about
weekend-
Darren Williams and Frank Gore.
Oh my God, bro! So what the hell we got going on here with them two? Darren Williams is out here literally pushing my man through the ropes. Frank out here looking surprised as shit. There must have been some kind of mutual understanding before they walked out there. Cause ain't no way Frank
shit.
went out there and got his ass whooped looking like
Hey, that man look. He was like, check his gloves. He gotta have something in his gloves.
He
This
took that
nigga hit
shot
hard
and
as
back
shit.
like, my nigga, what we doing?
He hitting hard as shit, ref. What the fuck?
What happened here? That's not what we talked about.
His face. As soon as I saw that video, I immediately just was rolling.
I heard you in my
dog.
head every time I watched that clip.
God damn.
It
As soon
looked
as
like
I
he was
seen it, I
screaming.
was like, oh shit.
That shit was wild. I'm like, bro, what are they doing with Frank?
Frank
Oh,
looks scared.
man.
You hear Deron afterwards though.
talking big shit.
No, he said he ain't fighting no more. He said, I really came out here to prove a point that NBA players could beat an NFL player. Like,
Oh damn.
he's like, I just wanted to make that point.
Damn.
I'm done.
Point made,
Frank
sir.
can't say he was out of shape because the nigga was just playing in the NFL last year.
He been training. We talked about Frank Gore training months ago. He said
He
that
been
he
training
turned
boxing
down.
before he even finished football.
He turned down NFL gigs
Damn.
for
To
boxing.
get his ass.
To become a meme, nigga.
He better be glad this ain't Twitter of 2011.
Oh
They've
man,
been playing Simba's,
Oh,
pushing him through the rope.
I
Man.
definitely saw one.
oh, they brought him.
That's funny.
But I saw it with who fought Jake Paul.
Tyron Woodley.
Woodley.
Boy.
There are people who are
They say that was
starting to
fake.
say
Yeah.
that they think the Paul brothers are paying people off to take dives.
To get knocked out.
This one,
I'm not gonna lie to
how they
you.
the
That's
video
what-
I saw look
This one was a
suspect as
little-
shit, bro.
He just put his hand
Because he
down.
just put his hand down, then he just moved his hand. Like, just come on. As soon as he moved his hand, that's when the hand came, bro.
I never even considered it until right before I got here because I was
Uh-huh.
like, they kept talking about paying him $500K to get to knock him out. But I'm like, shit, what if that was just their language? I'm like, no, we'll give you $500K to take this.
Mhm.
And then he's leaning into the memes and he's paying $5 in order for
Mhm.
you to, if you could create a better meme or whoever create the best meme or
Oh, so he's
collage
yeah,
or
he
whatever. Like, you got to add him, follow him because he said he ain't giving no shit to nobody. He ain't following. Fuck you, mean. So you got to follow him. You got to send a screenshot of you following him and shit. And he giving $5. I'm like, hey, I hear you, but that made me was like, you
Yeah,
probably
look.
got 500 for that
He probably got a little extra because it was a knockout.
by a former UFC fighter.
Because then
Of
I
his
started
stature,
thinking, I was
'cause
like,
Tyron
is
Woodley's
Jake Paul
cold.
really this cold? Like,
he
is
put
he
his hands down.
he
Like,
really knocking niggas out, bro? Like, this what we are?
Every fight,
That's what I'm saying. Like, he really knocking niggas out.
Like I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and they were talking about the same thing. Like, is it rigged? Because it seemed kind of rigged.
but
Mhm.
hey,
And he's like, well, somebody's rebuttal was like, well, like, would you really take that shot for $500K? And they're like, where else is he getting paid that much money?
To take a hit.
nowhere. That's
Like,
a
he's
quick-
already a professional fighter, so it's not like you
He didn't
just
make
bringing
his own
somebody
bag.
in off the street, like where they
Mhm.
got to do something that's never happened to him before. It's like,
I fucked with Willie too.
400K richer after a hit. Yeah, bro.
Boy, that I mean,
I'll sell the shit out
What,
of it.
20 minutes?
hey,
of,
they
work?
sold the fuck out of it because it was like he knocked him out his shoes, my nigga.
I see the sweat flaws. I was like, God damn.
boy.
That was the real life version of that Creed hit.
His sweat
That
was like
Michael B.
Mirage.
Jordan took.
Man.
It was terrible. It was a beautiful shot though.
Mhm.
Absolutely picture perfect.
Yeah, because he put his hands down.
He did though. He nigga put his hands down. He
Rewatch
ate
it.
he
Rewatch
ate that
it.
motherfucker, bro.
Rewatch it.
Find it, bro.
Watch his.
He put his hand down and ate it, bro.
Cause ain't no way.
He was like,
Watch them hands.
all he saw was 5K in his
500.
500K flying.
He saw them 5 zeros and
Yeah,
said, you
he's
know
like, all
what?
right, go ahead. Let me go ahead. Let me help you. Let me put my hands down.
While he's looking that up, Eric, oh yeah, he got it. Hands down.
Yeah.
Hold on,
He
man.
put him right
Watch his
down,
hand.
bro.
Watch his hand.
He put him right down.
What's the name? Kind of signaled it too.
Mhm.
Uh,
Paul.
Paul.
Oh, for real? See, I ain't see that one. Now I gotta find that one.
Still up.
No, that's a bad. You got the angle with his other hand. His
This
left
is wrong hand,
left
bro.
Hand dropped.
You gotta see the one where it's like this. Like it's POV type shit.
You see what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Watch his left.
I want to see it.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
bro. That motherfucker
He
dropped,
sure
bro.
did.
He dropped it.
Yeah, he
Like
dropped
right
that
at the
bitch.
last second. At the last.
He drops his
second.
hand. Paul
Right,
looking
he
at him
going
like,
there.
okay, yeah, what's good?
He up.
Right
Right
here,
it's
bro.
down.
Like,
And
all right.
he. Oh my god.
Thank
clean,
you, sir. Thank you.
Clean. Damn.
Transaction complete.
See what? I ain't got a hoodie on. Go ahead, put that damn hood on.
Transaction
Transaction
complete.
That's the title of the show.
Damn.
Transaction complete.
I ain't even. Damn, bro.
Yeah, man.
Don't let it be so.
It's so I think.
Damn,
Say
bro.
it ain't so.
Because
No.
I was like, yeah. I was like, oh yeah. When as soon as I seen it dropped, I was like, damn, did he leave? I was like, oh yeah.
He probably like, now's the
Get,
time.
hey, get that money.
Mm.
I would have Denzel that shit too, nigga.
He did. He definitely
He
did.
did.
My man stood there.
He Denzel that
He
shit.
saw that like it was an RKO.
Good
Man.
lord.
He's out here looking like Nate Robinson.
But hey, they made bank. They
Yeah.
got their money.
They keep getting y'all to watch it.
All
Well, not
money
y'all,
ain't good
but
money.
Still.
Yeah. man. But
Well,
I'll
hey,
take
but
that.
$500,
Let me get that.
I might get knocked out too.
Jake Paul, you want to knock one of the tech file out?
Leave me out of that bitch.
Eat that motherfucker, dog. I'm gonna eat it so we all can eat, motherfucker.
Oh boy.
I
Eric,
ran through transactions. So Houston Wave forward Daniel House to convert the two-way contract of Garrison Matthews. They signed him to a 4-year deal.
have we heard any scuttlebutt about where House might
No.
go? Scuttlebutt.
I did go and on like Rocky's message board and like checked out Rocky's Twitter. Like they were not fans of House. I think going back to like the bubble thing, like he was playing well and then he did that and it kind of tanked their season and then he hasn't been good pretty much since then.
This song is called All the Jingle Ladies.
Dog, all the Jingle Ladies. God damn.
Okay, sorry.
It sound like it too.
That's funny. Lo-fi Christmas. And I don't hear it all. Like, it's too
Slow.
Yeah. You can't.
All the Jingle Ladies. All the Jingle Ladies.
No, bro.
Hey, they come out with
You about to go.
I showers for that.
With tassels.
Santa tassels.
Got them sleigh
With jingle
bells ringing.
A fun reindeer fact. Male reindeer actually lose their antlers. So all these years, those are really female reindeers that's been pulling Santa's sleigh.
So what was Rudolph?
A bad one.
No, I'm saying, was it a male or a female?
Why he had to be bad, bro?
A baddie. Because they're all female reindeer.
So right, Rudolph was
only
a female.
reindeer keep their antlers.
Oh,
The
did
male
Rudolph
ones.
have antlers?
Yeah, they all
He
had
had
antlers.
antlers.
Oh.
She had
But they-
antlers.
See, we got to change that now. That's,
Oh damn! I
they
didn't know
sheaves
that.
going.
But
The
then
sheaves.
On what?
Was a boy.
That's how they build it. But I'm just letting you
Yeah,
know, like
they just you know,
Yeah.
cartoonists aren't necessarily anatomically correct.
yeah, in real life,
Oh.
male
Oh.
reindeer lose their antlers.
See,
And they
the
grow
more
them
you
back
know.
out.
Learn something new every day.
He was the only boy that kept his antlers.
No,
Well, wasn't Rudolph a kid? So like maybe he just hadn't lost his yet.
I mean he's a kid in the movie, but in all the renditions, it's full
Hey,
grown.
Rudolph.
All right,
I
anyway.
only know the movie, so that's my frame of reference. And then notable COVID
it's a good
replacement signings. Brooklyn signed Langston Galloway, James Ennis, and Wenyan Gabriel. Chicago signed Ersan. So
Urs.
I don't know how to fuck the
Ursan.
Bucks let that happen, but Atlanta signed Lance Stevenson. Isaiah Thomas, as we mentioned, signed with the Lakers. Boston signed CJ Miles, who I didn't know was still hooping. And Justin Jackson. Philly signed Tyler Johnson. And the G League signed Mario Chalmers.
Mario.
Which, again, didn't know he was still
Mario
hooping.
Chalmers.
So, like, it's plenty of people in there, like Greg Monroe, Brandon Knight. Well,
Doc Rivers said he was getting calls. He said first of all he loves the COVID rules about how you can sign a replacement player, but he said he's been getting calls from old players that he's like, I didn't even know you still was trying to even hoop.
Leon Poe trying to make a comeback. and shit.
Like
Larry might make a team. Sanders, if you for real about it, he might actually get on some.
they're gonna start bringing in people from the Big Three. Like Joe Johnson is always ready.
right.
Yeah, he definitely come.
Joe
get
get
some
his
buckets.
little time.
Steven Jackson be like, let me get 5.
I wouldn't mind
swear.
seeing ISO Joe out here cooking for a hot second.
Picking who?
So some
I mean, everybody about on his skill level at this point.
that's very fair.
If he had the G, yeah, you're right.
Somebody gave Sean some bad information. It looked like because I got a notification saying like G League players have to test negative 5 times to be picked up on a team, and then it looked like he
What?
deleted it. So
Someone probably lied to Shams.
He like shit.
Let me delete all that shit.
All right,
It's
let me
gotta
hit
Don't get me the line.
the NFL injuries. Bucks wide receiver Chris Godwin has an ACL tear and he's done for the year. Speaking of the Buccaneers, Mike Evans has a strained hamstring and he's week to week. Chance to play on Sunday. Bucks defensive lineman Patrick O'Connor, who is also a very important special teams player for the Buccaneers, suffered a season-ending knee injury.
they're also putting the running back Fournette on IR.
Mhm.
Didn't they sign
Are
and they
Le'Veon,
I thought he was
right?
just what's his name? Dang.
yeah they just
They
put
said
him
he
on.
might be back for playoffs, but he's
Playoffs.
done for the regular season.
Playoffs.
In New York, wide receiver Sterling Shepard suffered a torn Achilles, and that's going to end his season there.
I actually saw that. Like he just like fired off the line and then pulled up like right
Yeah,
away.
it was just he just
Damn.
it was
And the way he was grabbing it, I'm like, that's it. That's Achilles.
This happens all the time, bro.
He on your fantasy team?
He's my lead back.
Better go get Le'Veon.
Yeah, better pick up Le'Veon right now before it's
He'll
too
be-
late.
he'll be
He's the
there.
number 4 back in fantasy all year, bro. We in the playoffs now. We played coming back. We was 7-7. We barely made that hole. We up.
You go ahead and take that L.
Oh no, we up by
How you do?
40.
I won. Well, I'm winning.
Bro,
'Cause this
you
game's
and the
still on.
Monstars better finish undefeated.
I'm winning. I got Russell Wilson playing right. I'm gonna go win regardless, though. But
Yeah,
Russell,
regardless.
yeah.
Completely again, football is on right now.
Russell Wilson playing right now.
I thought 2 teams is playing right now.
It's 2 games.
Yeah, Washington and Eagles too, right?
Why are we talking about Spider-Man on the fucking timeline? Y'all
Hey, that's my blow the whistle
look at that. I'll tag me in.
because I forgot until you said that, but someone pissed me off this past week.
Oh no.
Like it just say after seeing it for the
Who
second
did?
time, I got a question, and then there's a long ass paragraph. I'm like, what the fuck?
They couldn't even. They said, "Hey, it's a day past the weekend, my guy. Let's go."
I feel we'll talk about it when we get to the blow the whistle because I got some stuff to say. Daniel Jones got shut down in New York as well because of his neck injury.
I guess Nancy ain't help him out.
Neck.
No, she didn't come back from the grave.
Hey,
to help him out.
that's where they got rubbernecking from.
Here we go, bro. Here we go. Here we go. And then I got time for your shit.
I mean, we got an hour left. We got time.
That's where the saying rubbernecking came from. Good old Nancy.
Oh, boy. And
we finna get all the jokes that he forgot last week,
right,
or that he came up with after we left.
Oh,
Damn,
yeah.
I
Will
should've said
Fuller
that.
in Miami is also expected to miss the rest of the season with a finger injury. And also, as we mentioned earlier, just COVID is doing numbers everywhere. So the hits keep coming. Can
Antonio Brown and Mike Edwards are returning to the Buccaneers. Buccaneers head coach. Bruce Ayers on this. I don't know what the fuck I was reading. But yeah. They missed. That was the 2 that had the fake cars or something. Right?
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then Aaron's first like, oh no, this might be the end of the road, and this and that. And then he's like,
People bring him back. Like when he signed him, he has one. He messed up one time. He's out of here, and they're like, oh, well, what'd you say? And then like, well, shit's changed.
pretty much.
Hell
That's
yeah,
what he
shit,
said.
got you a goddamn ring. Then he went out and you realized, damn, he probably is my best receiver right
And he
now.
also has
Yeah.
2 hurt receivers, so he says in the best interest of our football team to bring him back. So
Both
All
of
these
these
damn
guys have served their
roundabouts,
time.
Hey, you know what? All these COVID roundabouts, dog. Everybody like, hey, listen, this is a business, bro. Fuck the bullshit. Let's just come on. Just come on back.
And then of course, we alluded to earlier that Le'Veon Bell signed with Tampa Bay.
mhm.
Now the chef did get his money though.
So who?
The chef
The
for
one that he
Antonio
spit
Brown.
in there.
Oh yeah, he did get
Oh,
paid.
he got his money?
He got
Yeah,
paid.
he got
He got
something.
paid.
After you stick.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do,
69.
though.
Fuck that nigga.
And I got more where that came from. It's the tip of the
Hey,
iceberg.
look, I ain't telling him about the PEDs.
Oh, shit. Oh Lord. Pay him what he want. Pay him what he want.
Last but not least, we got one more topic left. Tim, you can go ahead and send us home.
Okay. The city of Waco and Baylor Athletics has announced a 185 million, 7,000 seat waterfront basketball arena set for completion in January of 2024. It looks
Waterfront. That's
dope,
Waterfront?
bro.
That sounds
7,000 seats sounds small though.
Sounds small as hell for 185 million. That's,
Okay.
that's mad. Wait, 7,000 seats.
That's like a high school gym at this point.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
much
Especially
of
in Texas.
nothing.
Yeah.
185 million for 7,000. Okay.
It's a small private school, but I guess
I didn't know what it was. No, yeah. Whatever.
The Baylor's a
Go for
D1
them.
school, right?
they are.
They the national champions.
I would think more than 7,000 people would like. That's what. Okay.
Apparently, everybody from Baylor were like, this makes sense for us, the seat size. So I'm gonna just trust people who.
They always
Who
be
go
sold
there?
out.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like you create supply. I mean, you create demand through limited supply. So, I guess.
All right, let's blow the whistle because, I forgot I was mad about this until you said that status popped up.
now. That's enough out of you. You know what? Tee his ass up.
Of course, it was a Riverside motherfucker that said it.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
All right.
Sweats and suit, easy. Did he go Riverside too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, then the shoe fits. I'm blowing the whistle on Easy from Sweats and Suits podcast in particular for ruining Hawkeye the day it came out.
Hey, 7 in the morning he made that statement. He could. He woke. That nigga woke up out the bed and was like, "I'm finna ruin everybody today."
He chose violence.
Exactly.
First of all,
Damn.
You bald-headed son of no.
let me set the table. So I actually have stopped going on Facebook as often as I did before. Wednesdays, I happen to be on Facebook because we release our podcast on Wednesdays. I go and do all the social media drops. I was having a great conversation in our Facebook group with somebody about analytics. We're going back and forth, back and forth. I personally logged in to see if that gentleman responded to my last comment. And the first status
Minding my own business.
the first status I see was from Easy talking about some dang, can't believe Blank appeared in Hawkeye. What? I'm sitting there like, nigga, it is noon. This came out literally, I guess, 12 hours ago. And then he wanted to get all sassy in the status like, y'all on Facebook, you could be watching it. How about we can't?
Facebook takes a quick look and I'm out.
That's different than watching an episode of something. And also,
hour.
when you're in a relationship, you can't watch it by yourself. So I have to wait until my husband gets home for us to watch the episode together, because that's what you do in relationships. You don't watch the stuff without your partner, because then it's an argument. And we ain't trying to have no arguments. The spoilers are out of control. The same day is excessive. The same day, not even that evening of the same day, during the work hours. That's excessive. That's out of pocket. You should not do that. In my personal opinion, when it comes to like movies in the theaters, you got a week. You get a week, in my head, a week of grace before it's all coming out. Me personally, I'm not gonna do that to you still, regardless. But
I thought we agreed upon 2 weeks.
2
Like,
weeks.
I thought 2 weeks.
Yeah,
was
2 weeks.
Society is 2 weeks.
2 weeks, then
2
we
weeks?
can head out.
I've
That
never
feel
heard
long.
the 2 weeks. A
That
week
feel
was
long.
I was always
Yeah,
a week.
I was always a week. 2
I'm
weeks.
not a spoilers guy myself.
Me either. I'm gonna just text somebody like, did
And
you see it?
that's the thing. Like, it's like you don't have to put your spoiler on the timeline. Like,
You have
that as
friends.
a private conversation.
I'm sure you have friends who have seen it. Text them. Okay? Don't put it on the
Or
Facebook status.
like be like, hey, let's talk about Spider-Man spoilers in the comments, and then like
People can scroll past that real quick.
exactly.
It's ways to be considerate while you still are able to talk about what you want to talk about. All I'm going to say is, if you were talking about spoilers within 12 hours of something coming out, you were mad.
Yeah.
That's
all-
the week.
Mag of the week. Easy from Sweats and Suits.
Mag of the week. Hell no.
Shout out to 72 and 10 podcast. Mag of the week.
We combine the segments now and shit.
Right. I'm just merging
Mag of
everything
the
together
week,
at the moment.
goddammit.
Mag of the week, blow the whistle.
Her gears are grinding.
It's easy. And anyone else who was out here ruining Spider-Man for the masses, because Spider-Man, to see it without knowing the spoilers is an amazing experience.
It definitely is.
Like for real.
Like, it's worth not being spoiled.
Because there was a lot of.
We ain't gonna do
Yeah,
it like
hell
that.
no.
We ain't gonna
Definitely,
do
you know
it like
that.
that.
I'd have pissed as shit.
No,
It's
because I was
just-
gone last weekend and I wanted to take my daughter, so I had to wait until she get back.
If you're a Spider fan, avoid these spoilers like Spider-Man.
So just be careful on the internet, y'all. And that's my blow the whistle. We can move into the tech top 5 with this jazzy little number that's gonna play.
5.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Tech
Tech top 5.
You ordered
If we
Chick-fil-A?
did a
No, I'm hungry as a motherfucker.
what's for dinner?
I'm going to Chick-fil-A. I ain't even trying to open it. I'm definitely that's where I'm finna go. God damn it.
Get you like they brownies?
I haven't had one
Chick-fil-A has delicious brownies.
for real. I had the mac and cheese last time. It was fire. Who I don't know which one. Yeah, that
It was him.
Yeah,
He
it
had,
was.
the,
really
he had the
good.
whole Chick-fil-A list.
Yeah, it really was good. What am I looking for?
Last week's Tech Top 5 was talking about, speaking of, it's from the blow the whistle, favorite Marvel characters. I saw that Eric won the Twitter poll. We all had 2 on Twitter. Eric had 3.
Oh, okay.
In regards to the Facebook, okay, I see D got a vote there. Hold on.
I don't even know what letter mine was.
I don't like this. I don't know who's singing in the background.
this
this little.
This garbage right here.
We need you singing along with it. And let's see on the Facebook. Someone laughed at Luis being listed, but
He's a good character though.
B. Some people's name even voting. D got 1, 2, 3. B got 1, 2. So that means D and B are tied.
You got this one.
And I got one on IG.
D, nope, D got another one. So then,
And there's
yeah.
one on IG for
so
B.
yeah, so then they're
So
still
it's tied.
tied. So B and D tied. So Tim and Eric.
Congratulations,
Congratulations,
gentlemen.
y'all.
That broke ass horn.
I'll take it.
That horn was aggressive. It was mean. That was a mean horn.
Thank you.
This week, holiday episodes, we don't bring, a pre-prepared top 5. We do a live snake draft. Today's we'll be picking a squad from the NBA 75 list. So picking the best team that we can from the 75th anniversary team of 76 players. Gentlemen, the list is in our group chat in case you need to see it. Draft order. How y'all want to do this?
Shoot. Okay.
I can do a random generator.
There you go. Let's do it.
Who wants their number first?
Give it to me. Oh, you can go, Tim.
So Tim first.
See.
Tim, you are pick 4.
Damn.
I'll take mine.
Eric 3.
Oh, go now.
Ken is 2. I'm 1. All right.
Got
So-
the hardest pick.
That is, not for me. I know exactly where I'm going.
I know who's number 2 already.
This is an all-star list.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm first. Ken is second. Eric, you were third, and Tim is 4th.
Can we upgrade this picture?
Yeah, I was like, that's a little blur, but
Big blur blur.
Hey, y'all Google it then.
my number
about
1 draft pick, I already know. I'm going with Jordan. So I got MJ.
Of course, Kobe.
Give me Brian.
I got Kareem, bro.
You can go again.
Then I'm gonna take
Into the mic, sir.
Who'd you pick at 4?
Kareem.
Okay.
And then you know what? I'll take Giannis off the board too.
That was definitely
Oh, okay.
I got an idea. Let me get Magic.
You bastard.
Son of a biscuit.
That's exactly who I wanted to go be the backcourt mate. Hold on, let me NBA 75 anniversary team. Okay, who do I want to pair with my guy? I'm gonna come back around. There's so many different options here. Let me just grab Steph Curry.
Good pick.
I'm gonna grab Shaq.
Wait, I thought you were first. You were second.
Oh yeah, no, you're
Mhm.
right. It's
Oh,
not
I'll
my
go.
pick. So you said Shaq.
Yeah, I'm still gonna get Shaq though.
I'm still get Steph.
So then Camille again.
All right. Oh, the Raptors got DJ Wilson.
Hey.
Good stuff. Congratulations, DJ.
I need a big man who is going to. You know what? Let me get Tim Duncan.
Timmy.
I need a guy whose ego won't be. We playing with Jordan and Steph. So
Okay.
Oh, it's me. My bad. KD.
like it.
Hakeem.
The dream.
Tim.
Give me Ray Allen. Damn, I just had somebody in my head.
Into the mic, sir.
I know what I want.
Shit. So I took Ray. Oh, give me Chris Paul.
Damn it.
I like that.
We're trying to clean it up. This nigga.
I like that.
Oh shit. Larry Bird.
See, that's how I was sitting there on Larry.
That's a
I'm
good one.
like, Larry or Chris?
I'm like, I need a shooter, and I'm
I
like,
know.
what the fuck? How Larry Bird still here?
Ken?
I need a what I got.
Man, there's so many good options. I mean, of course, it's the 75
Mhm.
best NBA players. So
I'm gonna go Allen Iverson.
you're gonna have Bo and Kobe?
Yeah.
Nobody else is shooting. Shaq would be pissed.
No.
Guess what you want to do before I make my pick?
No. Give me Gary Payton.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Wilt.
Solid.
I mean, oh, it's me again, right?
Yeah.
So I got Steph at my 1, I got Jordan as my 2, Duncan is my 4, and Wilt is my 5. I need a 3. It sounds like I should pick just Scottie Pippen right here, but who is this singing?
Macy
Christmas.
Getting that shit off.
You know what? I am going to actually grab the Christmas is throwing me off. It's Christmas. I'm gonna grab Kawhi.
Very, very solid. Ken.
I'm gonna go James Harden.
So it's me for my last pick.
So, yeah.
It's like what I'm trying to do is create like a 1 through 5 that's kind of switchable,
A switchy 5, yeah.
but also have, playmaking, shooting, defense. So I'm deciding between Oscar and Pippen.
You know, it was fun. As I sat here and I looked at Curry, I was like, dang, I probably should pick like Big O or something like that.
Mhm.
But
Because I already have Magic and LeBron who can run point.
yes,
So I'm going to go with Pippen.
I'm not mad at that. Tim, your last pick.
That shit trash.
This song trash.
So I'm trying to decide between. Oh, cute! Trying to decide between Christmas.
Trash.
I just wanted to double check. Though.
Thank goodness this is ending. The song.
I'm just trying to double check some stats real quick because
Tim.
Well, let me check stats.
I'm gonna roll with Elgin Baylor as my 3.
Okay.
I like that. All right. Let's run through these teams. Let's go in on just point guard to center. So, number 1 pick. So, I got Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan, and Wilt Chamberlain.
Solid.
That's
solid. I have.
all right. Ken next. 2 pick.
Oh, Gary Payton, Kobe, James Harden, KD, and Shaq.
KD being your 4 might get you in a little trouble,
Mhm.
but I mean, you got all offense
That's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm.
and a dog at point.
So I got
That's what
Magic,
even it out.
Pippen, LeBron. Pippen, LeBron, and Bird are all like 2 through 4. So however you want to split them, and then Hakeem at 5.
Matchup dependent. Tim?
Just high Bird in the corner. Pretty
Right.
Good.
I got Chris Paul,
Mhm.
Ray Allen, Elgin Baylor, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That's a dominant front court. I can tell you that. You ain't getting. You
Ain't
ain't getting
shit shaking in that. Ain't shit shaking down there.
But that backcourt is getting lit up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. That's the only problem. Like, you got some defensive liabilities, but you got some good cleanup
But they
behind
gonna
them.
shoot it. They gonna shoot. So like 3 is more than 2. So
Oh, Michael Jordan and Kawhi is.
that's Pippen and
Yeah.
Jordan again.
And you might. Hey, depending on who you ask, some might say a little upgrade from Pippen. If you're looking at prime Kawhi. Kawhi's game is the closest I've seen to what Jordan does. Not necessarily like the moves, how they get there,
Mm-hmm.
but how they get their buckets and then what they do on the other end. I know.
I'll say Kobe.
If you talking about how the offensive game looks, it's definitely Kobe. But like, just
I mean, prime Kobe was a defensive.
oh no,
stopper,
for
too.
sure. But I'm saying like right now in the game, like there's of all the players playing right now, Kobe not playing no more. Like Kawhi is the one who I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
you are,
No, definitely.
yeah. The offense isn't as pretty, but he gets to his mid-range spots and he lived with it. Okay, this lo-fi
This shit
Christmas.
chopped and screwed.
Right. It's like, y'all started.
It's been
Great.
remixed and shit.
What's going on?
Came finished a little weak there on this lo-fi.
I kind of want to like put these teams in the 2K and just see what happens.
I mean, we can do that. We can definitely do that. You gotta have to pick a little bench, but just have them play all the whole
Damn
game.
near.
Mhm.
Turn injuries off, turn fatigue off, let them play. But that's the show this week, y'all. We hope that y'all enjoyed. We hope that y'all have a safe and lovely Christmas if you're celebrating.
Merry
Kwanzaa
Christmas. Happy
to
holidays.
those who are celebrating that. Happy Hanukkah to those who have been celebrating that.
Indeed.
Just again, be safe, y'all. Take care.
La vida.
Have fun. And we'll see y'all next week for another holiday edition of Technical File.
Last one of the year.
Last one of the year. 2021 about to be in the books.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's 2022, which people are saying is 2020, comma 2. I
Please.
hope not.
Exactly. Please don't.
This is 3.
We'll do rating and reviews and stuff at the top, but if you're still listening, make sure you rate and review. You can now also rate and review the show on Spotify, which is new.
Do it.
So do that.
For sure.
And if you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me
Wait a minute.
on Twitter, Instagram, and these PSN 2K streets at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae, because
Your mom is fancy.
thank you, sir.
At your world champion, soon to get Giannis back, Milwaukee Bucks burner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
You're
Everyday _ gentleman on Instagram. I'm K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. We shall holler at y'all next week.
Yes, we shall. Bye, y'all.
This has been a presentation of Great Radio.